Can we start with team news? How is Pervis Estupiñán and Solly March?
Yes, they are able to play tomorrow, and there's a good news for us. And Welbeck is back in very good condition. We are ready.
We just found out about the fine and the touchline ban, and that you have admitted the charge. Now that the process is over, are you able to clarify what happened and why you've received the ban? You said afterwards you had not sworn. What's your view of it?
It's good because it's finished and we start again. I'm used to living in football from 30 years, and I have to accept the decisions, even if I don't think they are right. But for me, it's not a problem. The problem is to win the game tomorrow. With me or not on the bench, nothing changed. But I consider not right the decision.
Okay, so would you continue the same way that you conduct yourself? You wouldn't be changing anything. You're quite happy with how you behaved that day?
Come ti sei sempre comportato, o questo ti cambia qualcosa?
No, I think I can't change, and I think I didn't make mistakes in terms of respect or of bad word, no. But I prefer stay in my place. My place is on the bench, but I don't want speaking more because I don't like speaking for the referee or for.
It's not, the statement from the FA is not that clear to us. Just to summarise, does it apply for tomorrow's game? Is it? Yeah.
Non è molto chiaro quello che ha deciso la federazione e per la partita di domani che si è squalificato.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And how will it work? Will Andrea be in charge on the touchline?
Well, maybe Enrico.
You'd like to see it.
Andrea, but the players know very well what they have to do, and I told a lot of time I'm lucky to be a coach of this squad, and it's not a big problem if I stay or not on the bench. It's a problem for me because my life is to stay on the bench, not to stay on the stand.
To move on to some more happier news, into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. You'll be playing Grimsby in the fourth tier of English football. How great a story is that they'll be there in this stage?
Well, tomorrow there is another game in Premier League. It's not right to speak of FA Cup. For sure, it's a great competition. Will be a great opportunity for us to reach the semi-final. But we respect everything. We are Brighton, and we don't respect one team, and will be a difficult game for sure. And for us is a test of mentality, of right mentality. But I want to be focused only of the Premier League, of West Ham, and then Leeds, and then Palace.
And Brighton fans are getting excited though about the possible trip to Wembley. But the only downside maybe is fixture congestion. Some matches get cancelled and have to be put somewhere else. Are you happy that you have the squad to deal with matches every 3 or 4 days?
L'unica cosa negativa di giocare è che potrebbero essere molte partite che si giocano ogni 3 giorni, comunque hai una rosa completa.
I have a great squad. I'm very happy for my squad, for my players, and we are playing to fight against everybody, every team. And for the question, 3 games on the week is better because we are lucky to play football, to work in football, and there will be never a problem for us to play many games.
Finally, from me, a bit more fun. I don't know how much you watch the club's social media videos. There all seems to be a very good atmosphere in the squads. They quite like having jokes, and yeah, they're great. But we've heard though this week that Lionel Messi is buying all of the Argentina World Cup squad a golden iPhone, which means Alexis McAllister will get an iPhone from Lionel Messi with his name engraved in gold. Do you think he'll get a bit of stick?
Un iPhone a tutti, praticamente una cosa che sia dorato col nome sopra dorato.
Well, how are the players?
I don't know this news, but it's possible. I think I don't know. I will ask Alex to show me his phone.
Belvers? Roberto, you said it'll be a problem for you being in the stand, not for the team. What about the person that has to sit next to you? What sort of 90 minutes are they in for?
La persona che si siederà 90 minuti vicino a te in tribuna, come passerà?
I will put him big pressure.
What about West Ham? What are you expecting from them?
I watched the game in FA Cup, in Manchester, and they are, I think, in this moment they are in a good condition, in a good moment. They won the game 4-0 Saturday, I think. Yes, against Nottingham. They have great players. I like Paquetá, Rice, Inks, Scamacca, Ogbonna. And for sure it will be a difficult game, but in the last 2 games in Premier League we deserve more points than only one, and we are frustrated for this, and we have to restart strong with a victory.
There's always a lot of talk in this country about Declan Rice. From what you've seen, how good is he, and how much more can there be to come from him?
Quanto è buono Rice, in questa nazione si parla molto di lui e quanto ancora può diventare buono.
I don't know how much can become better, but for sure he's a great player for the national team, for the West Ham. I think he's one of the best midfielder in Premier League.
And Gianluca Scamacca, you just mentioned, you signed him for Sassuolo. I don't think he played, he went out on loan, but how much have you followed his career since, and how good a player have West Ham signed?
I think he has a very, very important potential. It's difficult for Italian players to play in another country. In the beginning always was like this, and for him I think it was difficult. The first period is still difficult, but if we are speaking about the potential, the quality, he has a great potential, and he's a good guy. I worked with him not too much time because we had Caputo, we had Raspadori, we had De Frel, but I knew very well the quality of Scamacca.
and just mentioning the last couple of Premier League games, and Fulham, I think a lot of teams are going to come to the Amex and play very deep because you're so threatening. When you've looked back at that Fulham game especially, had a lot of chances, but are you testing goalkeepers enough in that game and previous ones? Do you need to test them more?
Devi mettere sotto prova più i portieri, comunque molte squadre vengono a giocare da noi e si mettono basse, quindi in quel caso lì il fatto di mettere in difficoltà i portieri è il nostro vantaggio.
I think against Fulham we played one of the best game in my time. Sometimes can happen to lose the game, but we deserve to win for sure. And the Palace again the same. If we speak about the mistakes, we have to improve in the last 20 meters. And this morning we in the meeting we spoke with the player about this part of the pitch, this part of our play. Only in this part of the pitch we have to improve if we speak the Fulham game, because in the other part we were fantastic, no?
Roberto, are you expecting a physical game from West Ham United, because they have big strong players like Antonio, Ogbonna, Rice?
I expect a great game with the ball. With the ball in possession, I'm speaking. And for sure it will be a physical game, because in Premier League or anyway in the most important league in Europe, in the world, the physical aspect always is very important. But in this area, I think we are ready. We have to improve with the ball. We have to become always step by step more precise in the passes, in the controls, in the details. Yes.
How is Levi Colwill? Is he getting closer to being available to you? Not this week.
He's not able, because I want to give him the possibility to play with under 21, to achieve the best condition, physical condition for him. But for us, will be a very important player for the end of the season, for sure, because play with central back left and the other right is advantage very important.
Because during the week you had Tariq Lamptey and Veltman and Gross having to play left sometimes. Is that an area that you need another set left back maybe in the future, because you've only really got Estupinian as a left back?
Maybe, but Lamptey played very well in the other position, in the left position, and I think when you work with younger players, sometimes you have to change their position, because the improvement is to know other things, no, and to know in different position is better for him and is better for us, because when Estupinian there will be in the future, we will have the solution at home.